there's no investment I'm going to do that is going to give me 19% guaranteed. Some investments will give me 30%, 20%, and so on. But it's not as guaranteed as once I pay this high interest debt, once I pay it off, that is automatic 19%, 24%, 27% back in my pocket. Guaranteed. Hello everyone, my name is Modupe. Today we'll be talking about debt, specifically credit card debt, but also handling any other type of high interest debt. While credit cards can be very helpful, it can also be very risky because the debt compounds very rapidly. So you need to watch out. The main issue with credit cards is, unlike mortgages where the interest rate is low, with credit cards the interest rates are usually very high. It's like borrowing money in Nigeria. Once the interest starts to hit, it makes the value of the entire debt compound very quickly. So if you are adding 30% interest to a debt every year, that means initially you're owing 100%. The next year you're owing 130% of what you borrowed. And then the year after that, that 130 becomes your new base, and then you're owing another 30% on top. So within 3 years, you've doubled how much you're owing if you don't pay it off quickly enough. So it's like the reverse impact of compounding. And then the problem with it is, so long as you're making minimal payments, nobody will come and chase you. It's almost like the way countries get into long-term debt, because they can service the debt with minimum payments. The overall amount continues to compound and build over years. So it's actually a slippery slope. Quick reminder, everything we cover in this course is for education. It's not meant to be financial advice, and you shouldn't take it as such. If you need financial advice, talk to a licensed professional. Personally, I try to pay off all my credit card debt every month. I don't go beyond 25% of my limit, and I pay it all off. I make sure I keep it under an amount that is within my salary that I can pay every month. So ideally, you should never be using a credit card to supplement your salary. It should fit within your monthly spend. If you notice you are using it to supplement, then there's a challenge that needs to be addressed. Either we need to get a better job and increase our monthly income, or reduce our monthly spend. Now, here's an exercise that you do today. It's going to be very quick. Take any credit cards that you currently have, list them all out. Make a simple list of all the credit cards that you have right now. You can do that in Excel. And then beside them, what is the current interest rate for each of those cards? Rank them in order of the interest rates from the highest to the lowest. Then the third column indicates any outstanding balance that you have on each of those cards. So let me see if I can do something quickly. It's basically 3 columns. You need one for the card, you need one for the interests, and then the third column will be outstanding balance. So let's say we have card 1, 2, 3, or let's say it's Amex, Barclays, and Virgin. Let's say Amex is 24%, Barclays is 19%, and Virgin is 29% or 27.8%. Just picking random numbers. So you see here, let's say I have outstanding with Amex, I have £2,000. I have £200, and with these guys I have £500. Right? So this is how much I owe. You can sort this by interest rates. So Virgin is the one that has the highest interest rates. Even though I'm owing more on Amex, I would prioritize paying off Virgin, because the one with the highest interest rates is the one that compounds faster. So I'll prioritize paying this off, and then pay this off, and then pay this off. That's how I would approach it. What some people do is they try and pay a little bit of each. I would focus on paying off the one with the highest interest rates. Some people would prioritize the largest balance because they feel, or the smallest balance rather, because they feel with that, it gives you a sense of achievement. I'll prioritize the interest rates. That is how I tackle it. Then you also want to see how much you've actually been paying. Basically, look at your statements. That's something we don't look at a lot of times. Look at your statement, not just the statement of how much you spent on other things. Look at your fee structure with the credit card company. Like, how much fees have you paid them? Try and check all the reports. They have a number of reports in them. Check all the reports and see how much you paid them. And honestly, I prioritized things like credit card repayment. I personally prioritize it over investing, because there's no investment I'm going to do that is going to give me 19% guaranteed. Some investments will give me 30%, 20%, and so on. But it's not as guaranteed as once I pay this high interest debt, once I pay it off, that is automatic 19%, 24%, 27% back in my pocket, guaranteed. So I prioritize this over stock market investment or anything. The good thing is you can also always find better cards. You can find credit cards that have low interest rates. Let me see if we can find some. So if you go back to USwitch again, that we used for finding utilities, you can also find credit cards on USwitch. So if you go to USwitch, you go to personal finance, they have compare credit cards. So you can also compare credit cards here. If you want to transfer, I don't bother with all this. Improve my rating spending abroad. No. So let's see all the cards then. I'll make a choice. Do you have a specific amount in mind? Let's say no for now. Then it does a soft search when you do this actually. So you need to be careful. It will not affect your credit rating. I also use Credit Karma for this. Since Credit Karma already has all these details, so I don't need to put this in. So because Credit Karma already has all my details, it's easier for me to use Credit Karma to do the search for credit cards. So based off my current credit rating and credit details, you can use that to determine which card I may be interested in. And then I have these other options I can use to filter. So here, if I say I want low APR, it filters for these four. So these ones have, see, 12% interest rates, 14%, 15%, 15%, 16%. So these are the lowest interest rates. But then what else? Guaranteed credit limit. I can get 100% likely to be approved, 13% interest rate, and £8,000 credit limit. So this would be a good card for me to get. If I were looking for rewards, there's this Amex, but see the interest rate, 86%. So if I owe them, they would hit me with 86% interest. So again, this one has 30%, but then they probably have some other perks. Let's see, what other perks do they have? Foreign purchases, 0, balance transfer. I don't know what all these perks are. 1% rewards. Let me even see the one that was threatening me with 86%. You can earn 40,000 membership rewards points. So they have all these weird things. This is not your criteria. Your criteria should always be low APR. You have these ones that are credit builders. Again, 30% interest rates. Not very. This one usually is for people that already have poor credit rating. Then you can use this credit builder credit cards. The interest rates are a bit high, but they're more willing to give people with low credit ratings credit cards. So that's it. But again, if I'm to do this, I would be looking at low APR. That would be my priority, because I don't see any reason why I want credit card and I won't go for this NatWest. Low rates. You save money when you travel because you don't pay any foreign purchase fee. Some of these other cards, when you use them abroad, you pay a fee. So the interest rate is 12.9. So it's okay. You must be UK resident, no balance transfer fee. So I think this is fine. You can also check money saving experts if you're looking for a place to check for credit cards as well. But again, criteria is simple. Low interest rates, zero fees if possible, and that's it. If you have any questions on credit cards, credit limits, building your credit worthiness in the UK, leave the comments below. We will tackle it, and see you and have a good evening.